because when the pandemic hit, at first my thought process was, let me get back to the United States. You know, my thought process was healthcare and everything will probably be better in the United States. I ought to get up out of here and head back to the United States. And then I got to watching TV, and they started showing all of the foreigners just crowded up at the airport trying to leave. And I'm like, shit, that's a good way to catch COVID. All these motherfuckers together, because right there wasn't nobody wearing no mask or nothing.
Right.
Okay? So I'm like, well, that's a good way to catch it, with everybody piling in. Then they showed pictures at O'Hare Airport, the flights coming in and how crowded O'Hare was. And I was like, no, I did the right thing. Keep my behind right here. And actually, I am so happy. It was different than what it would have been in the United States, because it was mandatory for you to wear a mask. And even at one time, they had it where you had to wear a face shield. But everybody did it. There wasn't no, like in the United States, people protesting and shit like that. The president here said, nah, we ain't playing that shit. You want to go to jail? We'll lock your ass up. Okay, and that ended that, and everybody wore their mask and everybody wore their shield, and the numbers were way lower. And man, you know, when you think about it, 1 million Americans dead, 1 million?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I'm like, I listened to Trump talking about he wants to be president again, and I'm like, man, don't you understand, because of your dumb mistake from the beginning, over 1 million Americans are dead, and then you think that somebody wants to vote for you? We lost family members because you set up and was telling people, oh, it's like catching a cold. You know, it's no worse than the flu. Don't worry about it. And here they took it serious. Okay? And the death toll wasn't that bad. But I figured things would have been better in the United States. You know, you would have thought with our technology and stuff like that, but being that everybody was listening to the wrong information and didn't want to wear the mask and all that kind of stuff, man, that just made more people die.
Right, now here, some people say the healthcare is actually better here than it is in the United States. I'm like, is there some truth to that, or what's your opinion on that?
It's, to me, here it's a money thing. If you got the money and can go to the best doctors and stuff like that, yeah. Okay. You know, because a lot of people here, they got the field health insurance, you know, but that only goes so far.
Right.
You know? But still, a lot of people here, if they really want to have something done, they'll leave here and go somewhere else. People will always go where they think they're going to get the best of what it is that they want to get. You know, just like they say they have better dentists in Thailand. And so some people will jump up, go to Thailand if they got stuff that they want to have done to their teeth and stuff. So, but I mean, they have dentists here, but Thailand has a reputation for having good dentists.
Yeah, I heard they got a reputation for having the better cosmetic surgeries too.
Yeah.
Surgeries too. So
yeah, that's where all the gays go to get their breasts and.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To get their surgery, because you know they have more lady boys in Thailand than they do here.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, because you know, I've been on Tinder since I got here, and the amount of lady boys I've seen on there was
have you seen them out on the street?
A bit surprising. I actually haven't seen any. Oh, well, I'll take that back. I think I did see one when I first got here, because I was like I was saying, you know, I was like really hungry, and it was when I was actually trying to get a SIM card for my phone, and I saw McDonald's on the way back, and I was like, you know what, let me stop in here and just get something in my stomach real quick. And one of the people that worked there was a lady boy. I was kind of, I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
But
wait until you see them out in the street going out and stuff like that. The way to tell is they are over feminine. You know, they're too feminine. But I'm gonna tell you, some of them they look good.
Yeah, Joanne
They
said
look
that.
good.
She was like, Jerome, be careful.
Yeah, yeah, you have to,
She
cause
was
I
like,
mean,
they
man,
beautiful. I'm
they
like-
got the long hair, and it ain't fake. It's their hair. And so they got hair all the way down to they behind and stuff like that, and they slim and thin. Be careful, look for that Adam's apple.
Always, always.
But you know,
Wow.
some of them will get that shade, get it taken, get surgery on
They
that.
can do that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Well, at least they're a little bit more honest about it out here, because you know, in the United States, they'll lie to you in a heartbeat. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, it's in the United States. There's been some of them. They done got hands put on them. You know, trying to mislead guys
Well, you know
and thinking they really
that
winning.
happened here.
That's happened here too.
Yeah, that's one of the
Oh, wow.
reasons why our military ended up leaving here. Now you know they're just now coming back.
Yeah,
you know,
now
we
I've been
used to
seeing
have
that
all
in the
these
news.
Bases here, okay. There was he a Marine? The guy that killed the lady boy? He was Navy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in Subic.
Yeah, Subic Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know if it was like he thought he had a woman or what, but eventually, I guess, once he saw the guy had a bigger dick than he is, it was humbug time. That's not funny, but it is. Okay, could you imagine? Oh shit!
Oh my
man.
God, yeah, that would frighten me.
And so it was a big stink because the authorities here wanted it, and the military wouldn't give him up. So they said they would prosecute him, but they're not going to let the Philippine government prosecute him. And so that caused a big stink.
Wow.
So that was just another nail in the coffin. They were already having a debate over, because you know we were paying them to have the bases here, and they wanted to go up on the money.
Anyway, you're planning to go to Cebu, right? So
Yeah.
you have to be careful there, because you know there's a lot of ladyboy there, especially in Metro Cebu. So you have to be careful, because you know they're very, they very look like a woman. So you have to be careful.
Oh man. I'm like from what I know, I know I'm staying like really close to like Lapu. And so I'm probably gonna end up spending more time there than I probably will in Cebu anyway.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be with what
True
Girls,
True
yeah.
Girls, and Sharon Lapu, and then it's Wing. I think she said she stays somewhere out around that way too. So
Okay.
probably if anything, and I'm only gonna be there for a week, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna work my schedule out to try to meet up with all three of them as much as in that short amount of time, and still try to hit up these other spots. Cause like when I had Andre on earlier this morning,
Yeah.
he had texted me like a ton of places, cause he said he spent so much time in Cebu, and like he sent me a couple places where he DJ'd at.
Okay.
So, and he like knows the owners, so You know, hopefully that'll help me out if I say like, hey, you know, I know this guy here. He said he used to DJ here. He said he knows the owner. You know, maybe that'll help me out a little bit. So, like, try to work my hand in that manner too.
Well, Cebu City is just like Manila. Because
Okay.
I went to Cebu also. But I don't know now. Because, it's been a long time from Manila.
Yeah, I've never been to Cebu. The only other place I've been to is to
People are
Boracay.
very friendly there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised when Andre said that. I'm like, cause you know, seeing how the dollar stretches here, he said you'd be surprised how much cheaper things in Cebu would be. Like, is there any truth to that? Like, or is it about the same? Everything is about the same.
It's almost the same.
About the same. Okay, I figured that. Cause when he said, yeah, it's like it's even cheaper in Cebu, I was like, really?
No, it's
Like, I still can't get over when me and Joanne went out just to eat, and we had all that big table plate of food, and when she told me how much it was, I was just like, what?
Yeah, but for Filipino, that amount is quite expensive.
Right, exactly.
But
Exactly.
for us, that ain't nothing.
Right.
But you think we could take somebody out to eat, man, and spend $100 and something easily.
Yeah. Because I was looking at everything on that table, I'm like, back in the United States, that would have easily been, I said, minimum $50.
Yeah.
Minimum. I'm like, but more than likely, it probably would have came out to be way more than that. It's like you said, because I'm like, I mean, like I just took my friend out to eat before I left to come out here, and me and her went
Go
to.
to stay past, what is it now? They give you 4 weeks now? Because it used to be 3 weeks. But I think they moved it up to 4 weeks that you could stay just on your pass.
30 days.
It's 30 days? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be just 3 weeks. So now they let you have a whole month. And so if you wanted to stay longer, had to go to immigration, pay a fee.
Yeah.
And if you want to go past that time period, then it's another fee that's even bigger. Plus, you have to get the ARC card. But that's the thing, if you do ever come back here and you want to do any kind of banking, you need an ARC card.
Okay.
Let me show you. See, like, that's mine now because I'm a permanent resident.
Oh, okay.
But if you are traveling, what does it say if you just traveling here? Yeah, it'll say tourist on the card.
Okay, so that card just lets them know that you're a permanent resident here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I even got my driver's license.
Oh, okay
My
then.
Filipino driver's license.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
And at least in Illinois, because my driver's license has expired. So at least when I get back to Chicago, I'll be able to drive off of my Filipino driver's license for 30 days.
Oh, okay.
So that'll give me time enough to do whatever I might have to do to my cars or whatever like that, and then take them and get the license redone and everything like that.
Yeah.
Have to get new plates, city sticker, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But at least I'll be able to drive. But I know I'm gonna have to take the driving test being that I let the license expire.
Oh, okay. Hold on now, is that just a Chicago? Now, is that just a Chicago thing? Because I thought you would only have to.
Illinois.
Okay.
It's Illinois driver's license.
Because I thought if anything, they would probably just make you like, maybe just take the eye test. to renew your license, but they make you take the
I
driver
think
test all over again.
If you let it expire over a certain amount of time, I think you got to take the whole test all over again.
Yeah, damn.
Now the thing about here, if you've got your Ohio driver's license, you can take your Ohio driver's license and you can get a Filipino driver's license off of your Ohio driver's license.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't have to take no test or nothing. You just have to pay the fee.
Oh, okay.
Philippines.
But you have to process that in the main office, LTO.
Okay. Okay. Because I know a lot of people were asking me about like international driver's license, and I don't know. Be honest with you, between being out here and in Colombia, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to drive.
Everybody does not take international driver's license.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some places don't take an international driver's license. But that's just like here, you could rent a car off of your Ohio license if you wanted to rent a car.
Oh, okay.
But I seriously, you said, look, man, when I drive here, it's like being in the Indianapolis 500.
Okay. That's what I noticed. That's why I'm like, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll just pay somebody to drive.
They drive slower than we do. Their speed limit is much lower than ours. Man, let me tell you, that motherfucking being on a motorcycle here, that shit dangerous than a motherfucker. Cause, you got to really be on your P's and Q's. Cause, you know how in the States, we ride like this. Man, it'd be 3 motherfuckers in a row, right together, right next to each other. And they don't understand that if something go wrong, motherfucker go over, he gonna go into you. They don't think about that, man. It's just like a free fall here.
Right. That's why when I got on that motorcycle, I was kind of like, I was holding on for dear life. I'm like, man, just please, man, just get me home safe and sound, man. Because I'm like, I see how y'all drive out here, and I'm just like, oh, man. That's why I was really trying to get the cab, but I was like, you know what? I just got to do what I got to do to get back.
Yeah. Well, at least you got back faster on the motorcycle. But you see, like if it's a car here and a car here, the motorcycles go.
Yeah, that's what they was doing the whole time. I'm over here like, all right, man. Like
they'll get you home fast.
Man.
Now, another thing, if you ever think about staying here, and it's probably like that in some of the countries in South America too. You can't own land.
Yeah.
You could buy a condo, you could buy a townhouse. Okay. You have to be married to be able to get land, and then the land has to be in the wife's name. But you could have the house built.
Yeah, and I think they said like it's split 51-49 in favor of the wife when you do that.
Well,
something like that.
No, it doesn't have to be that way. It's all in how you do it. You could actually lease the land from your wife for what is it, 25 years or 50 years or something like that. If you lease land from somebody or whatever, there's certain ways to do certain things, so you need to sit down and talk with a lawyer and find out what it is that, exactly what you could do. Now that's just like us. We're planning on, when we're going to, this visit right now to the United States is for her to see if she likes it. But what we want to do, go back to the United States, make some more money, and then come back here and build a 4-unit building with one of the units being a 2-story unit, and then having 3 one-story units. And we're going to stay in the 2-story unit until we get our house built.
Okay.
And then once we get our house built, then we'll rent out that way there'll be an income coming in from the rental property.
Right.
And I want to pay cash for everything. I don't want to get no loans or whatever like that.
Right. So it's all profit.
Yeah. That way the money is coming in, and also that way if anything happens to me or whatever like that, she got a crib and an income coming in, a business to run, so it won't be nothing to worry about.
That's what's up.
To build that 4-unit place, it's only about $65,000, man.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. The house that we will build will be about 7 million pesos. A little bit more than what it costs to build a 4-unit building. But it'll be a nice house. You can you could build a house here, man, a small house for like 2 million pesos. That's about
what, like 20,000, 25,000, something like that?
Yeah. Easy.
Unbelievable, man.
Easy.
Unbelievable.
So, it's a lot that you can do here with a small amount of money that you can't do in the States.
Yeah.
So that's why you'll see do you ever watch Sunshine Shoulders?
Sunshine Shoulders?
Yeah.
A little bit, not too much.
Because it's like he spent about 2 million pesos building his house.
Oh,
And
really?
then he had another guy he's had a couple of guys. He had one guy that spent like about 4.5 million and another guy that spent about 6 million on his house. And but yeah, he spent a little over for the house, but he ended up spending more money to build the wall around the house.
Okay.
But that 2 million included the land.
Are you?
Well, it depends, because college is living in the San Carlos City.
Yeah.
So the price of land there is less
Cheap.
than here in Metro Manila.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man, it's opportunities, man. Especially, man, being that the sisters is talking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got these chicks, man. They ain't making nothing but maybe $30,000 a year. Talking about a brother got to make $100,000 a year to mess with them. And you just, all you can do is just shake your head and say, come on, stop, you need to stop smoking that weed. That shit, that shit got your head fucked up, girl. I know it's legal now, but you need to leave it alone.
I'm like, and then the funny thing about it, they'll say what Lily doing right now is considered slavery, but they want to be able to sit home and do nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's the thing. I would like for them to be able to talk to Lily, to find out, is she a slave?
Oh, and that's
Is
smelling
she-
really good, by the way. Oh my
Is she
God.
being misused? And one of the first things that I told her, quit your job. you ain't making enough. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Just quit that. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I make enough money to take care of both of us. Don't worry about it. See, and the sisters wish that that's what we would do for them, but we would do that for them if they weren't such assholes.
So
If they
when,
weren't so greedy.
Mm-hmm.
when Frank told me that, I don't know, is that true? Because we don't think that, you know, cleaning the house, take care of your men, you know, preparing food. We don't think that is a slavery thing.
As you can see, she keeps the house clean now. I don't do nothing. I ain't gonna lie, I don't do nothing. She takes care of the house, cooks, she takes care of me, she washes, iron the clothes, but there ain't nothing that she says that she wants that she can't have.
Right.
Simple as that. So she ain't being used.
Right. Back home the women are very, very material. It's very materialistic. It's really weird. And it's
See,
like
and
see I'm the type of person that's, and this is another reason why I wanted to travel, because I think I was just saying this the other day. You know, I mean, you can have all the expensive stuff in the world, but you can't take it with you when you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like what good is it at the end of the day? Okay, you got it. So what? Now what?
Well, one of the things is that they don't look at the big picture.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A lot of our people don't. What I did wrong when I was working, I was what you call a revenue officer. Boils down to tax collector.
Okay.
My job was, if you owe taxes, I come knock on your door, tell you to give me the money. Who will pay this tax liability? And I went to businesses. Okay, if it's a business, I come in, I ask for full payment. If they can't full pay, then I got to sit down and go through their books. Okay, I got to see what's going on in this business, why you're not paying the taxes. And let me explain to you what taxes it is. 95% of the taxes that are owed by business, the employment taxes, the money that they take out of your paycheck and they don't turn it in to the Internal Revenue Service. Okay?
Wow.
And a lot of people, they don't know that. So when you see us, not us no more, but when you hear of the Internal Revenue Service going out taking somebody's house, taking their business and stuff, that's what it's about. They done ripped off their employees, and we're coming after them for that money. Because see, when you file your tax return, the IRS does not tell you, sorry, Jerome, your employer, he ain't deposited no money for you. So you don't have no tax return coming back. That's not what they do. They give you your money anyway. And then we go after the CEOs of that company, and we'll take their house, their mansions and stuff like that and sell them. And that's what I had to do. Seize the house, and I had to sell it. If I took the company, then I had to sell the company.
Wow.
And or sell everything that's in the business. If they were renting, you know, then all the equipment that they had in, I had to come in, take inventory, then set up a sale, run the sale, you know. So it was a pretty rough job, but that's why I made good money.
Right.
But hey man, the United States is messed up.
Yeah, to say the least.
And I think it's gonna only get worse. If they cannot get some truly educated politicians who are not thieves, straight downhill. Because right now, we got a bunch of clowns. I don't know, because I don't know how Trump got elected, man. I don't know.
Me either. I still can't wrap my head around that.
The guy is a clown. He's a fucking idiot. He is, man. And I'm not saying that, you know, it ain't got to do, I voted for Democrats and I voted for Republicans. This dude is a fool. He is. Man, he's sitting up in court saying some of the dumbest shit on this rape thing. Well, you wouldn't have to tell him the woman's attorney, well, you wouldn't have to worry about it, or you ain't my type. You know? What the fuck did this fool just say?
Oh my God.
Like, you ain't got to worry about me raping you because you ain't my type. Is this motherfucker lost his goddamn man? I don't care how much money you got. When you sitting up in court, you don't say no shit like that.
Right.
That's what let you know he a damn fool.
Now, he must have thought he was invincible or something just because he was the president. I don't know where.
He does. He's an idiot, man. He thinks that money, and look, and here's the thing. Trump ain't made shit. His daddy set him up.
Oh yeah, I'm like, didn't Trump file for bankruptcy like twice?
Lost the Taj Mahal, all that money that was pumped into that, lost all that. Then he's been filtering Russian money for the Russian mob. That's what he's been doing. You see, you cannot run a casino into bankruptcy. Think about it. Everything, that's the good thing about being a revenue officer. You learn a lot about all kinds of businesses, because we have to go into businesses and, like I say, go through their books and stuff and make it a determination. Do I close this business or do I let it stay open? So you learn how things are ran. You can't lose with a casino. It's rigged for the house. The house always wins. It lets a few people win, okay? But they're gonna make money. You got to be a damn idiot to run a casino into bankruptcy. Now, more than likely, what took place, Trump had got money from the Russian mob and had to give them money, and ended up running that casino in the bankruptcy. He was doing something illegal, man. I have no doubt of it, and I wish that I had been at the IRS in that area, because that's something I would have loved to look into to get his ass. Okay, I'm serious.
Oh man.
So what do you do in Ohio, man?
So I was actually doing, I was working, before I started doing YouTube full time, I was working for a, let's see, how can I put this? Like I guess, I don't want to say it was like a drop ship center, but it was a distribution company by the name of Borderless. Okay. And they were real specific with pharmaceutical sales. They were like #2 on Amazon.
Okay.
So like 75% of the stuff that we were moving out of the building was pharmaceutical stuff. But then it's a very young company. I think the company is probably only maybe like not even 10 years old now. So they're still growing. And before I left, they were expanding in the other products like socks, shoes, pretty much anything they can get their hands on, because I'm like, the company was growing so fast. And what I did was I was a product specialist, and what I would do is I was corresponding with the operating managers back at their home base in Utah, because that's where I flew for the first time. And what I would do is I would correspond with them whenever there was a product that we couldn't ship out for whatever reason. They would send it to my department, and I would pretty much just hold on to it, correspond with the operating managers with that specific product or brand, and let them know like, hey, we weren't able to ship this out because of X, Y, and Z. I would reach out to them, and then they would reach out to the to the brand, and they would kind of decide whether they can fix it so we can get it out the door, or what they would do is they would probably tell me to keep it and just give it away to the employees, which that didn't happen all the time, but sometimes it did. I'm like, cause I got quite a few pairs of socks coming off that way, or sometimes we might hold it so long to where it's just collecting dust. And then, maybe eventually we'll probably end up giving it away down the road.
Should I be asking you these questions in the interview? No, that's all right.
Oh, that's cool.
But look, let me ask you this, man. Say like when you went down to South America, did you have your eyes open, man, to look to see what's missing? And what I mean by that is to say, is there something here where I can make money? Some type of business that's not here that I might be able to do, so that if I do decide to come down here and stay, I've got an idea of how I could, make even more money. Keep your eyes open as you do your travels, to look for the money, to see where it's at, because it's there. And you're gonna see, because I can tell you're a smart brother, man. So keep your eyes open for those opportunities that maybe no one else is seeing, where you might be able to do business there. And try to make contacts with people that are doing things and can open doors for you, and because that's always important in every country that you go to. And whether you move to those countries or not, you may go back to the United States and decide to be import-export or something like that. Bringing something in that you see in these other countries that they don't have in the United States, or you may see something that they don't have there that you might want to bring into that country to make money.